democracy looks like.
When does it hit puberty?
Our streets! Our streets!
Our streets.
I don't know why they have the flag upside down. That's not good.
To the north of it? I think, yeah.
Our streets!
Our streets!
It's always our
Make sure no one's turning.
English.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, both. I actually teach here in Indianapolis. Still, let's do that.
Okay.
We the people! We the people!
Yeah.
We the people! We the people!
Our street! Go yell.
They were Facebook before protesting on Facebook. People website.
Oh, I get it. They're not protesting against Facebook.
Well,
Kind of, though, I guess. In a way.
in a context.
In a certain context.
Yeah. They really struck. There was everywhere. There was anarchists.
We lost half our crowd. You can stop and wait. Yeah?
I've never been to a protest, I don't know what to do.
I don't either. I think this is good enough. We're here for support.
It's democracy. We're here for democracy.
Democracy. America.
We're here for America.
You know, I'm really here because I signed up to fight for these rights, and then they're being taken away by the government that I fucking... So why don't you ask me to sign up for it? Fucking douches.
I was like so grateful last night. Just like go through these protests.
Weird. Cell phone towers, tracking people, movement information. I mean, that's a lot of powerful information.
Our streets! Our streets!
Just a bunch of college kids.
Doesn't matter. It's the message.
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! I like to go in.
That cop's coming back.
He's 14.
Waiting for people to fuck up.
This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Our street! Our street!
We did have. We usually have.
When you like to run another
Have you seen a boat? Like I think 6.
should watch from up there.
Yeah.
This is what democracy looks like.
Police officers like stalking us. Now we're talking about protecting the Fourth Amendment, man.
Congress shall make no laws respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of press, or the right of people to peaceably assemble, and to sue the government for redress of grievances. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Well-regulated militia being necessary. No soldier shall, in time of peace, quarter in the house, without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner prescribed by law. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person and things to be seized. No person shall be held to answer for capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presented or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or the militia, when in active service in such publication. Nor shall any person be subject to the same offense be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any circumstance or case to be witness against himself, or be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Or shall any private property be taken for public use without just compensation. Suits at common law, where the value of controversy shall exceed $20. The right of trial by jury be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law.
I feel like they're getting down for a crackdown or something.
Excessive bail shall not be required
That's the third one.
for excessive fines imposed, nor cruel or unusual punishment inflicted. Enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed, denied, or disregarded. Others retained by the people. It looks like 60% of senators can't be bothered to learn about exactly how we prevail. I talked to the store yesterday, and they even spoke with our representatives, right? They spoke to our two senators. Donnie got back to us and said he's still considering what his position was. So if any of you out there, you're Indiana residents, and he's representing you, and he doesn't know what he wants to say, he doesn't know what he believes about this. So why don't you give him a phone call and tell him what you think? Tell him that you believe in the Fourth Amendment, that you believe in audience members who aren't here just for this. They don't know why we're here. They don't know maybe what the concept is. So we want to talk a little bit about what it means to have the right to privacy and to have due process laws. We want to volunteer that a little bit. What the right of privacy means to me is I have the right to present myself how I want. I have the right to make myself who I want to be. My medical record,
You're fine.
my living situation, what I believe in, what's the respect, how I voted, not your business. But if I want to share that information with you, that's how it comes to me to express who I want to be in public. And if we don't have the right to privacy, and if we don't have the right to fundamentally take privacy from the government, from the citizenry of ours, we can't make ourselves into who we want to be. We can't have the freedom of speech. We're going to be undermined for violating our privacy. We can't have the right to travel. We know that domestic foreign agents who are close to us can come up to meet us where we are and start tracking our phone. We can't have any of the rights enumerated without a right to privacy. Without our right to make ourselves into who we want to be in a free society. By definition, in a free society, the government doesn't treat you like a criminal. The government doesn't listen to words. The government doesn't keep records of documents. That's the definition of a free society. You can't have documents. You can't have a free society without a right to privacy. And for innocent, for guilt. And I want to say one more thing briefly about now, ostensibly, a lot of our rights are real. I don't want to care. Now again, we're not here about the war care. We're not here to talk about if you're going to Bell Cosby and Mars. But think about this. Think about this. You have domestic terrorists. Domestic terrorist actions happened several weeks back. Remember the Boston bomb here. Perpetrators of the attack were all together pretty formal guys. They weren't tiny. They trained black guys together. You know, some of these guys, leaders, talented, needed to keep themselves normal. Okay? Then when it came to money, it's awful. Now think about every person who says an expert that may need to get studies together. Or every person that ever called and says, hey, you got the skate park tonight? And every person who contacted that player that we could hear were all those persons suspects just because they wanted to whether we're out of citizenship, their communications be surveilled now. Other third parties, should they be treated like criminals because of citizenship? What? No. But that's what happens in the United States. Okay, think about it. Think about how if you were a private person, but no harm to anyone else, you'd be treated like criminals. For just a text message, email, phone call. Right? That's what's at stake. Now, who else wants to talk about privacy, what it means to them, what the importance of the Fourth Amendment?
I think I might say something.
I just want to remind everybody to never believe that a small group of concerned citizens can't make a difference, and that's what we're all doing here. We took the steps today to start here. Thank you guys. You're all heroes. My sign says the entire reason that I'm here. Like I mentioned earlier today, my family was in Auschwitz. My family was in Siberia in a concentration camp. They had to fight for their freedom. The Fourth Amendment is the key that helps you to respect the rest of your rights.
down there, I might say something.
I've been asking for, what personal interest do I have in this? I've got nothing to hide. I'm an average citizen. I have a normal job. I've got a normal education. I don't carry firearms. I don't do anything. But I don't have anything like he does with his family, being in prison. But I have something to gain from not being in a brave new world every day. If, like somebody said earlier, the blocks are being built on our new world every day. The wall is being risen with the Patriot Act, with the NSA prisons, all these things. So I say to Mr. Obama, President Obama, to our honorable senators, representatives, congresspeople, tear down that wall. Tear down!
Thank you so much for that. That brings to mind so many issues. Again, there's so many places we can go when we're talking about our rights, our fundamental rights, our civil liberties, right? There's a lot of venues we can go down, a lot of things we can talk about. What will the future be like, right? What kind of world do we want to construct, right? A lot of the persons I see here are pretty young, and a lot of you are inheriting the world that's being made right now, right? You guys have a lot of power, you have a lot of say to determine how you want the world to be as you get older, as you start raising families, when you start getting jobs. Don't let your concerns with your family, your concern with your job, you know, what restaurant you're going to go to, how the Colts are doing, don't let those things drag you down. All these day-to-day concerns make you forget about the bigger picture, about the world that we're making right now. Because if you don't make it for yourselves, someone else will make it for you. Yeah. They're not always looking out for your best interests. They're looking out for their best interests.
Yes, they are.
Anybody else want to have a few more words? All right, so first of all, this is great to see everyone here. It's a bigger crowd than I thought. Indianapolis is a relatively small metro area. We have a very big following here, so give you guys a round of applause for being here. Yeah. Now, moving forward from this, there's really only one thing we can do besides vote, and that is put pressure on our public representatives. That means Mike Pence. That means Senator Lugar. He's gone, actually, you know. Senator Donnelly, Senator Coates. That's our representatives, Andre Carson. Who's Carmel? Who's Hamilton County's representative? Anyone know? Yeah. But anyway, we need to write these people. We need to know who supports us. We need to know who doesn't. We need to understand that coming here is not enough. We have to do more. It doesn't matter if we can get there through a peaceful protest. We can get there through public airways by convincing our representatives to change the laws. That might not work. It might have to get on to civil disobedience, etc. We want to be peaceful, but we want to make sure our voices are heard and we are not drowned out by the corporate media, by everyone that wants to see these things done. This is a very lucrative business in corporate surveillance. There are people, Blackwater, Halliburton, all the people. PRISM is run by corporate contractors. There are corporate contractors in charge of your credit card numbers, your Facebook passwords, your Twitter accounts, your Instagram crap. Like, this is a big deal. This is not just our personal, this is everything. This is You're preaching to the choir, guys. Preaching to the choir. Again, before I head out, one of the fellow persons who came out today asked me to read a couple of quotations from Thomas Jefferson. Issues related to guarding virtue and freedom, right? We in America do not have government by the majority. We have government by the majority who participate. All tyranny needs to gain a foothold for people of good conscience to remain silent. Right? Protecting privacy depositor of the ultimate powers of society but the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their control with a wholesome discretion and freedom of choice, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform them of their discretion by education. This is the true corrective of abuses of constitutional power. Education in the public. Exactly. Does anyone else want to come up? I'm about to head out. We got two persons here who want to speak. The gentleman, and then you, and then I got to go.
I want to say something.
All right, so the other day, I woke up, I was really anxious, I didn't know what to do, so I decided to type up a message and send them to Senators Joe Donnelly and Coates. And I haven't gotten a response yet from Senator Coates, but basically, what I was talking about, I was feeling anxious. I posted under the civil liberties section. Really, I talked about a whole bunch of stuff and just kind of threw that in there at one part. But I just said, I believe that Congress has been bought and sold, not only Congress, but the whole of our government, all three branches, have been bought and sold by lobbyists, corporations, all that stuff. They're doing a lot of unethical stuff, really behind the scenes. It's not very transparent. We need more transparency. We need to know what they're doing. So I voiced that, and this is the response I got from Senator Donnelly. He said, thank you for taking the time to contact me about the National Security Agency's prison surveillance program. Like you, I believe we must balance our principle of privacy with our efforts to protect our national... Oh, sorry. I believe we should balance our principles of privacy with our efforts to protect our national security. As you may know, reports by The Guardian, The Washington Post, and the Associated Press revealed that the NSA, under authority of the Protect America Act of 2007 and the FISA Amendments Act of 2008, would issue directives to 9 internet companies to turn over specific information collecting data